Welcome to Ready Set RC, and today we have the TRX4M on the mini crawler course, and this is going to be more of just a test run. As I said, this part of the course is just really for test runs. We want to see how it performs. I did run this a couple times just to get a feel of it, and let's talk this through. So hopefully you guys have seen the overview video at this point. And today we're just going to go through some of the things of how this truck performs on the course for its first time. We spoke about the connector for the battery. This is a proprietary connector, and it plugs right into the ECM. We have the TQ controller, switching that on. And one of the things I wanted to show you guys on this RC is that the ECM has 3 settings, and I mentioned this on the first video. Traxxas has a sport mode, a trail mode, and a crawl mode. Right now, I have it on the crawl mode, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to switch between the 3 modes. What you would do is hold this button, and you see those flashing lights? Hopefully that's coming up on the camera. So you see those flashing lights? Those are indicating the crawl modes that it goes into. First flash, the single flash is for sport mode. Double flash is for trail mode, and the 3 flashes is actually for crawl mode. I'm going to put it in crawl mode, and then you're going to see a steady green on here. That means you're ready to crawl. You guys can see the LEDs now, and that's what it looks like. So there are additional LEDs. You can get the Pro Scale LED light kit. I do have that on pre-order right now, and once that comes in, I'm looking to do an install of it. I do have a couple of more accessories that I wanted to buy. I definitely have the low gear set. I have the low gear set on pre-order, and I do have a set of wheels and tires that I have pre-ordered. I do want to reuse these tires, but I do have a set of wheels and tires, not by Traxxas, that I want to put on this truck as well. But let's go through it, guys. I want to show you guys how this truck performs on the test course. You can hear that motor a little bit. Hopefully that's coming up on the camera. Not so much slow control. That's about as slow as I can get it on here. And then I'm noticing right here, there's a little bit of binding with the steering. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what's going on, because I did identify what's happening with it, and I do have a solution as to how to fix it. I'm thinking that slow control would improve once I get the low gear set. There's a little bit of binding with these taller wheels. As I mentioned on the last video, these wheels are 2.2s. I do like them for aesthetics. But you guys can see where they do get hung a little bit on those fenders. Going up. Not really an issue. And I originally built this course for 18 scale RCs in mind. I do like the drag brake on this thing. I'm going to show you a spot right there. And normally most RCs would start gliding right down here. That drag brake is holding pretty good. Look at that. I just wish the slow control was a little bit better. Right there. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm pressing on the transmitter. And it's binding up on the steering. I'm going to show you what exactly is going on. It's so sweet, guys. So I want to take it another couple times on the course so you guys can see what that looks like, but I want to show you what the issues are. Flip this around so you guys can see. And I'm gonna take my controller, and hopefully that's coming up on the camera. But the tires are rubbing just a little bit. And I'm gonna point that out to you guys too. So I'm gonna turn it. And I'm trying to do this with two hands, but so you see the tires are rubbing on the steering link. I have a fix for this already. Actually, the wheels that I ordered that are gonna go on this truck, they have an offset, very slight offset you can adjust on there. And that's gonna help it come out just a little bit, but it's going to help this not rubbing on the steering link. But that's what's going on when it binds. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. See that little bit of rubbing. But that's what we got going on. Look at this wheel right here. This is the one I want you guys to look at. And hopefully the camera's pulling out, but there's just a little bit of rubbing. Not much. A little bit of offset is going to help that, and we have the wheels already ordered for it. As for the slow control, I think the low gear set is what's going to work on this. I actually like these tires. You know, for some RTRs, hearing that binding up there. Yeah, once I do go wider, I know I'm going to get some loss in that turn ratio, but I'm willing to get it just so that this thing doesn't bind. So what do I think of the Traxxas TRX4M on its first run? I think this is a great truck, guys. This price point, $149.95 US for a hard body, for what they give you on this truck. I think this is going to be the hot sell for the holiday season in 2022. I want to see, once I put the low gear set in, how this is going to perform. Also, I want to see, once I put the offset wheels on this, how is it going to perform? Those two issues that I saw with the binding and the low speed performance, I think they're fixable, and I want to see how they perform once I make those changes. So stay tuned for the next video. That's going to be the next thing up. You were going to see this little truck with those updates. I did try some of the wheels and tires that I have on my SCX24s, but the problem is that those don't have an offset. So I was in the same binding issue with the steering link that I was getting with the stock wheels and tires. I strongly believe once I put that offset on there, I'm not going to have that issue, and I'll show you guys that on the next video. Battery performance, no issues. So far, I like this motor. I want to see how it performs with that low speed gear set and get an idea if maybe the motor needs to be swapped or if we can work with the gearing, the swapped out gearing on this. Shocks are probably one of the key things on this truck. So the way the truck is articulating, moving so smoothly, a lot has to do with these shocks. These shocks are just so butter smooth. Definitely one of the sleeper things on the TRX4M are those shocks. I mean, they're butter smooth, they're not friction, and they just make the truck maneuver so much better. But we're gonna leave it here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and TikTok for our latest updates to the channel. This is Ready Set RC, signing out. Thanks again, guys.